Hi everyone and welcome to Food Magic. My name is Kathleen and today I'll be showing you how to cook chicken pot pie. Before you begin to do anything, make sure that you preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Step 1. Everyone make sure that you wash your hands with warm water and soap, which I have already done. Step 2. Start with 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Ours looks like this because we buy it in a multi-pack at the supermarket. First thing, open up the chicken. I just use a knife to save messing up any scissors and then having to wash them later. Take out 1 piece of chicken and put it onto a plate. Then cut off any excess and stringy bits of fat. Some chicken might have less fat than others. It depends on the chicken. When you have finished cutting off the fat, cut the chicken into chunks. As for the fat, that can stay on the side of the plate for now, as you will be throwing that out. Just make sure you don't put it into the frying pan by accident. When the chicken has been cut up, you put the chicken into a non-stick frying pan. If you do not have non-stick, you can use a tablespoon of olive oil so the chicken does not stick to the frying pan and burn. You then do the same with the second piece. To cook the chicken in a non-stick frying pan, use a wooden spoon. You spread the chicken out and then turn on medium-high heat. As you continue to cook, the chicken will turn white. You know the chicken is completely done when you can cut any chunk with the edge of your wooden spoon, which will normally take about 5 to 10 minutes. In this recipe for chicken pot pie, we will be using 4 cups of mixed vegetables. Since ours are frozen, we will pre-cook them in the microwave for 6 to 7 minutes, stirring after about 3. If you have them in a Pyrex jug, make sure to cover them with something. We have a microwave cover. And make sure to cook them on high. As you can see, the chicken has turned completely white. Let me test the piece to see if it is completely cooked. Yes, it is. And now, in a bowl, I will be mixing together 2 cans of Campbell's Healthy Request cream of mushroom soup with 1/3 of a can milk. Try and get the stuff off the lid. Because this is thick, I will be using a spoon to help me scoop it out of the can. Stir some more. Now that the soup is in the bowl, I will measure out the milk. Now you mix them together, and when this is done, you will add the chicken and stir the chicken in. Here we go. And now it's time to get the vegetables out of the microwave. And mix them in with the cream of mushroom soup and chicken mixture. Don't want to waste any. Mix them in thoroughly. And then put the whole mixture into the casserole dish which you will be using to bake the chicken pot pie. And now to make the top. To make the topping for the chicken pot pie, I have put 2 1/4 cups of Bisquick into this bowl. Bisquick is a very handy product to have, which everybody should have in their kitchen, as it can make lots of different things. To the Bisquick, I will be adding 2/3 of a cup of milk and mixing it with a fork. As you can see, the dough is very sticky, and because of that, I will be putting some regular all-purpose flour onto the counter before I spread it out. Put the dough on the counter on top of the flour. Rolling it out makes it much easier to get it to the right thickness than if you just try to spread it out by hand. And you should have added some flour to the rolling pin as well. Spread the flour over the rolling pin with your hand. And now we're going to put the dough on top of the casserole. If it starts to stick, you can use a spatula to try and get the sticky parts off the counter. If some of the dough starts to fall apart, it's okay. We can put that on top later once the big piece is on top. I folded it up to try and make it a bit easier to transfer. So now you trim whatever excess dough there is, and then you could put chicken pot pie into the oven. And now we put the chicken pot pie into the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes. Uncovered. This way the dough can brown. wonder what I should get for my next meal. Let me check in the sales circular. Oops. Sounds like the chicken pot pie should be ready. Let me go check. Half an hour later and it looks delicious. Dinner served, everyone.